Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Those who follow me here on Facebook, YouTube, and those who follow the short reel TikToks that I have under Abe Cias. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's great. I had a blessed day. I was at the Mayborn Center. I went to a mineral show today. It's very relaxing. Not thinking about too many things, but I had a good time. Bought me some minerals. I met some very spiritual people, good spiritual people there, and some military old friends that were with me in the military. That served in the same area where I served, a Sergeant Major. So I was walking around with a Sergeant Major, and there was some veterans that were from the Navy, some that were from the Air Force. It was pretty awesome. The Sergeant Major that I was walking with, he did 36 years in the military. He was pretty cool. He lives like towards Lampasas area. So I didn't know he liked collecting minerals like I do, but I had a good time. I even placed where I was going to be all afternoon, just in case certain individuals, that had been targeting me from Oklahoma, where I was at. Nobody showed up, ni fu ni fa, like we say it in Spanish. But before I talk about anybody, I am who I am, and I've been where I've been at. Everything, all the stories that I talk about the military, this group, I like to vent. When people don't want to hear your stories, you got to create something to vent. So I create this group out of vent. I don't create this group so people can come in and steal my videos or take my videos out of context. So this video I'm going to show you all where I've been. I've got my ARCOMs here, where I've been at. Right here is an ARCOM when I was only a private. This is not for the weak-hearted. This is who I am, where I've been. Here's my ARCOM when I was in Operation Desert Storm. This is the ARCOM I received from the Sergeant Major and the colonel that were in charge of me. I'm gonna read to you what it says. It says, Department of the Army, this is to certify that the Secretary of the Army was awarded the Army Commendation Medal, and it's got my name. I was a private first class at the time, Abe Cias. I was with 1st Battalion, 35th Armor, which is 135 Armor. That's why I wear the hats of the armor. And this is what it says. Meritorious achievement while assigned to the 2nd Brigade, 1st Armored Division from 17th January to 28th February 1991 during Operation Desert Storm. He contributed greatly to the brigade's preparation for combat operations in Tactical Assembly Area Garcia. He also played a key role in the Iron Brigade's overwhelming success in the Allied campaign against the Iraqi armed forces, including the brigade's reduction of al-Bazouya on 26 February and the destruction, listen to this, and the destruction of the B Brigade of the Medina Republican Guards Division. You see the word that it says there, right? It says, and the destruction of the B Brigade of the Medina Republican Guards Division on 27th February. His performance is in keeping the finest traditions of the United States Army and reflects great credit in his unit and Iron Brigade, given under my hand in the city of Washington. This is the 31st day of 1991. It's got the Secretary of Army's name on there, and my company command, and it's got the right here. It's got the Secretary of the Army, right, where I've been. It's just one of the words. When I say my stories, it's not no BS. It's true. The reason that they made this way is because they knew that later on in the future that there was gonna people try and discredit us of what we did in combat. So they placed it in this ARCOM of what I've done, right? what I've done, which was the destruction of the Medina Republican Guard, of what I was speaking of on my when I was speaking, sharing the story of what happened in the Battle of Medina Ridge, is because I was there in the front lines. The front lines means there's nothing but sand or whatever's in front of you, obstacles, and the enemy in front of you. That's what I fought in the front lines, right? This right here, I'm sharing this with y'all, and I'm going to tell you why I'm sharing this with y'all. I'm proud that I serve my country. You know, I raised my hand, made an oath, and you know, it was a contract I had to fulfill, and I fulfilled it to the fullest. You know, I got all kinds of medals from where I've been, all kinds of medals, being a proud American, serving my country, all kinds of medals for serving my country, right? Proudly. You know, I hear where people talk about that they couldn't serve because they had this wrong with them or something wrong with them. That's understandable. I know this. But the reason I even got cross attached right here, 1-5 Cav. 1-5 Cav. I got cross attached to work with 1-5 Cav. You know, because the Cav, the infantry and the tanks, we're the ones that run the show in the front lines. So you're wondering, why is A bringing this out right now? Well, I'm bringing it out because certain individuals took my story out of context intentionally, thinking, well, let's target Abe Sias because he's a veteran. You probably get triggered real easily, right? I'm the type of person that if somebody got a problem with me, if I have a problem with somebody, I'm going to let them know. You know, if a person has a problem with me, at least let me know instead of playing games. The reason I'm showing all this right now, brothers and sisters, is because of my heroism, being a hero for the United States Army and serving my country proudly. People want to take things out of context and make me look like a bad guy of some sort. I was a bad guy when I was out there in the Battle of Medina Ridge. I was the baddest of the baddest when I was out there in combat fighting for our country. You know, whatever mission they give us, we have to follow orders, direct orders. If we don't follow the direct orders given to us, then things can happen to come up against us, you know, which if you're in a combat environment, you can go to jail. That's one of them. For those that are weak and faint-hearted, if you don't follow a direct order in combat, the person in charge can lock and load the weapon and shoot you in the head because you're disobeying an lawful order in the time of combat. That's another possible thing that can happen. Or you can get sent to jail for disobeying a lawful order. Spend some time in Fort Leavenworth, right? Those are the consequences that can happen when you're in a combat environment and you disobey a lawful direct order from the people in charge. And I'm speaking about this because for some reason, you know, I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to defend myself from the people that have targeted me. You know, I say stories right here, what I just read to you. It's written right here. I'm going to place it up here so y'all want to take a screenshot of what it says. You want to take a screenshot? I'm going to give you a chance to take a screenshot of that right there, what it says right there. That's my ARCOM from when I served my country in battle. Supposedly, the elite army of Saddam Hussein. You know what the elite means? The best of the best. The Russians couldn't defeat the Medina Republican Guard. Matter of fact, the Russians left because the Medina Republican Guard was beating them when they tried to invade Iraq, right? We annihilated them. We destroyed them. That's a part of combat. You know, when I say a story of what I experienced, whether it's spiritual or combat, it's a story because it's true of what I witnessed. Just like any eyewitness, when we talk about cryptids, people say that they saw a Bigfoot, they saw a dogman. They're sharing their story. They're allowed to share their story however they want to share it. Well, when I talk about combat, where I've been, I'm sharing the story to y'all as an eyewitness of what I seen, visually seen and experienced. It's nothing for anybody to take out of context, especially if people, to me, that's beyond stolen valor. You know, this is targeting me to look like a bad guy of what I had to do in combat. And the reason I take this personal, brothers and sisters, here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, is because before we went to fight the Medina Republican Guard, we found a mass graveside of dead women and dead children that the Medina Republican Guard had killed. So when we all witnessed this, it was a mass graveside. And they don't talk about it. We know because we were there. We were the front lines. We seen this and we made an oath to ourselves because I had brothers and sisters. Everybody else had family members, somehow are married. So we made an oath amongst each other that when we went to go fight the Medina Republican Guard, we were going to have each other's backs. And we're going to take them out by any means necessary. Even if we have to fight with our fist, we would take them out. And that's what happened. We overcame them. We defeated it. You know, in every war, there's waves, right? You got the first wave, the second wave, the third wave, and the fourth wave, the backups, all the way back, seventh wave, eighth wave. Well, we was the first wave, huh? That's what happens when you're in the front lines. I was in the front lines. I was the first wave, and we defeated all the enemy. That nobody behind us had to do anything. We did it all. The front line took care of everything within a matter of hours, or I would say like an hour, 2 hours. They were done. You know. So the reason I'm making this video again, because I'm defending my stories where I've been. I just showed y'all right now my medals. But when somebody is a nobody, a musher, begging for money, don't even lace his boots to go to work, and wants to talk crap about me that I'm targeting his family in some kind of way, that's BS. Because trust me, if I was an evil person, something would already happen by now. I don't dwell in that. I don't think about that. And I don't think about that at all. The only thing that I think about is this, that I'm not the one that initiated anything. I'm not the one that started this mess. The one that started this mess was an individual called Michael Peterson. He invited me to his group of abnormal investigations like 7-8 months ago. I tried to place several pictures in there, like 7 pictures, and he said I could only place 1 picture, and I had to circle in red, right? Circle in red where whatever I was trying to say was there. I did that, and right off the bat, people start messing with me. His trolls that he allows in his group, which was literally him, that was trolling me in every group I was in. He was even infiltrating the Paranormal Roundtable group. He gave himself away. One time that he was making a video, and in his video he says that, in the message he says that there was people complaining about my blurry pictures on PRT. The reason he was saying that is because it was him infiltrating. So for 7-8 months, I was being trolled by trolls out of his group called AI, you know. And all those negative comments and all this, later on, when I was talking to Damon Peterson, it turned out to be him all along. Michael, whatever the hell his name is. He was the one that initiated this. So right now I'm defending myself. If he would have never initiated that, making fun of me, mocking me, and then he gives his position away. When I'm arguing with Damon Peterson, his real name pops up on the screen and it says Michael. His real name pops up. How am I supposed to feel as a human being, right? That I went to somebody's group because they invited me to the group. I go to their group, and for 7-8 months, they've been messing with me in that group. How am I supposed to feel about that? Am I supposed to feel happy? Am I supposed to feel angry? Am I supposed to feel dumb because he was playing those games? I wasn't playing those games. I was being myself. Abe CS or Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, my group, where I was sharing the info. I was being me. The one that was falsifying himself as an individual was him with all these fake profiles. So let me see. He was making fun of me, something about Red Circle King CS. He was making fun of me of saying there were blurred pictures, but all the other comments from the trolls that he was pretending to be, that was for 8 months of you could say harassment right by this guy. So how should I feel? Should I feel that I want to keep him as a friend? Should I feel that he needs to be taught a lesson for his actions of falsifying themselves? Am I supposed to feel that it's okay for him to do this to people? And then when I see other friends being attacked in this matter, is it okay for him to attack females and belittle them of their womanhood? That it's okay for him to talk about people's ethnic racism, and it's okay for them to say bad things? Right? Is that okay? No, it's not okay. So now you got these people saying that they're afraid of Sergeant Cias. They're afraid of Sergeant Cias, that Sergeant Cias threatened them that he was going to do this to him, and that. I never threatened nobody about nothing. What I did do is make a video and I talk about the battle of Medina Ridge, right? Right here, this Arkham says it for what I did. And I was talking about when we fought the Medina Republican Guard, and it says here where, let me find it real quick. It says, I'll say it again one more time. It says, he also played a key role in the Iron Brigade's overwhelming success in the Allied campaign against the Iraqi armed forces, including the brigade's reduction. Reduction means that there was people that died, right? Reduction of the Abu Sayyaf on 26 February. And the destruction of the B Brigade of the Medina Republican Guards Division on destruction of the B Brigade of the Medina Republican Guards Division on February 27th. That's when the ground war happened, right? So there you go. All the stories that I said are true. I have dates here. So basically what I'm saying, you can say whatever you want to say. You can twist whatever you want to twist. But I have my proof for what I've been and what I've done. I have the stories, and there's numerous. You only took context out of one thing that I said. But if you look into my group, there's numerous times that I've said this story of the battle on Medina Ridge in my live feeds. So if you want to play games, I can download all the footage of all the other times that I've talked about about the war that I fought in the battle of Medina Ridge, because I've spoken about it numerous times. Now, for you to say you're fearing for your life, you should be fearing something right now. And it's not Sergeant Cias, because Sergeant Cias don't got the time to go look for a loser. It's somebody that their fate is already sealed. And the reason the fate is already sealed is because of the acts that he's done. And you know what those acts are, or what you've done, in just a matter of time, that gavel's going to come up on you, and things are going to start happening with you. 2 weeks ago, I let it go, But I hear people that I shouldn't say this, I shouldn't say that. I'm a proud American, and I can say whatever I want to say. I serve my country in the front lines, where bullets are flying, big rounds are flying, trying to hit our tank. And I survived. So I can talk about what I experienced in combat. It's okay. Some people might be kind of like faint-hearted because they're not used to an American talking about their experiences. They see an American veteran, the first thing they say, oh, they got PTSD. If this PTSD comes in many ways, many shapes, and many forms. For example, those kids that a certain individual affected. I'm more sure they got PTSD because of what you caused them. Like I said before, you're going to pay for that, what you caused. And you did it. You did it. You caused that. Just like when I was there, I wasn't the only one fighting in the front lines. There was a lot of tanks, a lot of other people. We have 4-man crews. So we have to live what we've seen in combat and what we had to do in combat. So by you coming at me in a negative way and then making false allegations against me, you know, it's like, I fought for this dude in the front lines. You know, he talks about freedom of speech, but he don't know what freedom of speech is when you don't allow anybody to defend themselves, but he lets himself with his other fake profiles talk crap to people. And he talks about freedom of speech. I fought for freedom, man. I'm the real deal. I fought for freedom in the front lines. Who are you? A panhandler? A person that does not work for food? A person that wants free money? That's what I see. A panhandler. And for those that support somebody that doesn't want to work, that is a panhandler, that is literally begging for money, you know, what kind of a man is that? And then you want to believe a panhandler, a loser, to somebody that served the front lines, that fought for this country, the United States of America? And if I have to fight for this country again, I will do it. If my name is called upon to fight for this country, I'll do it again, because I'm trained that way. It's within me. So now, some of these people that are affiliated with Mikey, what happened over here on this road, I haven't forgotten. In which it doesn't. I'm not afraid of. I'm afraid of people. I'm not afraid of people that are together. I don't care what kind of group they're in. I'm not afraid of anybody, and I'm saying it that right now. I fought a freaking war against the real army. So you think I'm afraid of some fat guys that call themselves guerrillas? Because that's a name they choose to be called? Because they want to install fear on people, but they're fat, can't even move. They call themselves gorillas, that I'm supposed to be afraid of somebody called a gorilla? I'm not afraid of you one bit. Look at me. I'm not afraid of you one bit. Not at all. Am I supposed to be afraid of the people affiliated with these losers that pretend to be my friends? That pretend to be my friends, but they're really affiliated with? I'm not afraid of y'all. If y'all like playing those kind of games, that's on y'all. But I am the real deal. If I have to settle something because I'm in how should I say? If something comes my way, a threat comes my way towards me or my family, I had to handle it accordingly. I know I've said some things in the past where I was playing around, but it's not a good feeling when somebody's making fun of you or your family, right? But it's okay for you to talk bad, racist slurs and remarks in your group against certain individuals, right? Like Sister Bettina Moss. Because she's a female, nobody's got her back, right? I got her back. And there's numerous other people that got her back. That's why I'm here talking about that. Now y'all trying to play victim, that somebody's trying to hurt you and all this. No, you've hurt yourself. You know how you hurt yourself? Through lies, by lying. You can only lie so much because eventually you're going to run out of lies, and that's already happened. And everybody's seen the real you. Now all these people you think that you're friends, right? They give you these little donations or whatever. They're just using you as a pawn. They've been using you as a pawn all along. When shit hits the fan, which is going to hit pretty soon, they're not going to be there for you no more. You're going to be left alone, and your job as a pawn is over. All the fun and games of trolling and all this, it's over. The free money's going to be gone. I don't know if your wife, sister, or whoever, if they're going to continue to try to do what you was trying to do to collect free money. But honestly, honestly, my opinion, what y'all doing is just taking people's money. Find yourself a job, work. I believe Sergeant Cias, when I did an episode last time, I was talking about there's different jobs you can find them for hood that'll pay you good money, but you would have to relocate. I was trying to give you good advice, but for some reason, I don't think it's that you're afraid of Sergeant Cias. What I'm thinking is that you're afraid of working because you've been used. Whoever taught you this, which will most likely be your mother or those before you, taught you to live free in the United States of America by taking money from the government and the things that you do, which is called, you could say, like a con artist. It's kind of like, I remember when people used to sell encyclopedias and they would go and make people sign money for encyclopedias, and those con artists doing that, taking people's money. That's what I see, a con artist. That's what you are, a con artist. You pretend to be a person of God, but you're not. Me, I got placed, even though I'm on my face, I had to do what I had to do in a combat environment to survive. It was a matter of life or death. So for anybody that wants to make fun of an American veteran, disabled veteran, y'all cowards, because you didn't have to endure what we endured when I was out there in Operation Desert Storm. You don't have the memories that I have, the images that come to mind of what I had to do. I have to live with that every day. So just like I live with that every day, you, Mikey, you're going to have to live what you've done every day. It's just a matter of time before you go down. You're going to have to live for your actions of what you've done. What you've done is going to come back at you. It's going to come back at you, and you got to live with that every day for the rest of your life. That's the reason you always bring Jesus in the picture, because you're trying to cover the true you, the person of sin that lives in sin, the actions that you do against people, the things that you've done of sin. That's why you say what you say. And I'll tell you what, Jesus Christ doesn't like dirty. That's why things are going to happen. It's beyond my control. It's beyond your control too. I'll tell you what, continue to lie. Continue to lie, because when you go to wherever you have to go, they're gonna tell that you're lying. Because like I said before, you cannot cover a lie with another lie, because eventually the truth will be revealed. And God does not like dirty. And when I say that, God does not like dirty, I'm talking about anybody that calls himself dirty. They say that they're a representative of God, but the actions that they do are against God. Supporting people like this. And in a matter of time, everything's going to be revealed. I'm just here to clear who I am. I'm not targeting anybody's family in any kind of way, no matter what anybody says. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth, how it's said in the military. You're hearing it from Abe Cias, Sergeant Abe Cias. That was the last rank I had in the military, because I had to leave due to an accident I had in the military. You're hearing it out of my mouth. I'm not targeting anybody. I'm not going to Oklahoma anytime soon. I'm not going after Dirty Mike. I'm not going after anybody in his family. I'm not going after Dirty Fat Waters. I'm not going after nobody. You know why? Because God's got this under control. The 7-time-fold is in effect, and you're going to feel that. And the more bad you tried to do to individuals like me that have a love foundation, you know how hard it is to have a love foundation in spite of where I've been and what I've seen? It's very hard to maintain the love foundation. So that'll let you know how strong I really am. For me to where I've been and what I've done while I was in the military, what I just read to you, it takes a strong person to maintain a love foundation. to the best of abilities. So I'm a very strong person to maintain the Love Foundation. And I know right from wrong. I know there sometimes that you try to defend yourself and you have to go to the level of the person that's coming at you. But I'm done with that. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, I let it go. Mikey, the 2 weeks of the 7 times full has been in effect on you already for about 2 weeks now. And it's going to get worse. But this is nothing dealing with me. This is dealing with the power of Jesus Christ. He don't like dirty people. He don't like wicked people. And that's come upon you. And all those that's been riding the bandwagon, all of y'all that have been riding the bandwagon when Mikey falls, because certain things are going to develop. When he falls, are you going to be there? Or are you going to pretend to be you wasn't involved with all this? You're going to go back to try to be friends with people that were being messed with? You done shows your path too. You know, I see a lot of things. Prior military, I pay attention to every little thing somebody says. There's a lot of pretenders in the cryptic community, but it's not going to discourage me to say, hey, I'm quitting. I'm leaving the cryptic community. I'm taking off spiritual encrypted encounters. I'm taking off positive spiritualists. No. No, I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm keeping my groups, and I'm going to continue to make videos like this, whether whoever likes it or not. I'm going to be me. I believe I had that right. I literally fought for this country, and I have the right. You're not going to scare me away. You have to come with stronger tactics than that. You can try to come with stronger tactics, but it's not going to work. Because what you try to bring to the table is kids' games. Where I've been and what I've seen, it's nothing. So, whoever's behind Mikey, this message is directed to you also. Sooner or later, through the 7 times fold, I don't know who you consider God to be. Like I said, God does not like dirty. I believe the individual I'm talking about uses dirty in their fake name that they use. Dirty Waters. He don't like dirty. And sooner or later, well, it's already been revealed. It's already been revealed about you. Everybody knows about you. What you like to do to women. Everybody knows what you like to do. I've been knowing for a very long time. That's why I never followed you. I never heard to any of your stories. You're a loud person that likes to cuss. And I was like, why is he so loud? What is he trying to hide? When he talks so loud, or he starts cussing bad words, or he even don't like somebody that's interviewing, he kicks him out of his channel. Why is that? You know, why is it? Why is it that he gets that way? I mean, when somebody gets loud like that, it's because they're trying to hide something. You know, so they're trying to be a certain way to distract the people from the bullshit that's coming out of their mouth. You know, which fake stories. I remember one of the fake stories, and because it was shared to me, but you know, I didn't want to talk about that because it was faker as hell. You know, it's dealing with an app, but that was a long time ago, right? Your time will come, you know. And for those that like the drama, or they might be affiliated with them because they practice the dark arts or whatever, all y'all's time will be in due time when it comes down to 7 times fold, and it's already happening. It's already happening. I'm not here. I just don't know why y'all targeted me. I think I know why y'all targeted me. I mean, yeah, me and Josh been friends for a little bit. I've been knowing Sister Bettina Moss for a long time. You know, those things that happen between me and Josh, just like the way things are happening right now, where people were saying this and this and that, and which has caused something between me and Josh. but we squashed it and we move on forward in a positive way. I see the same things happening here, where people are trying to interfere and trying to say this and this and this and that. I'm not focused about what people say. All I know is that I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm not leaving what I created because somebody belongs to a guerrilla group. Somebody belongs to a cult. I'm going to continue to do what I do, whether you like it or not. And I was addressing this issue because you took my story out of context and try to make it seem that I'm trying to attack you or your family, and that's BS. That's why I'm making this video right now. That's BS. Trust me, if I was going to do something that would have already been done, I don't have time to be playing games that you initiated. And the sad thing is, you initiated something for 7-8 months, and then you finally showed yourself, your true self. And certain people that are affiliated with you showed the true selves also to me. They gave themselves away to me. So all you that are affiliated with Dirty Mike, Dark Waters, when shit rolls downhill, it's going to roll down right to y'all too. I'm letting you know that right now. So you can try to take anything out of context out of this video, but I have the full video, just like I had the full video when I was talking about the battle on Medina Ridge, what happened, and you took it out of context to benefit your lies. When you go to the judge, are you going to take things out of context then? They're going to see right through you, because these people that are there, that's what they specialize in. That's why I say that your time here you better, the little bit of media that you got is going to be all that's going to be taken away from you. There's going to be a lot more than just the media taken away from you where you're going. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to be waiting for you. I'm just had to speak this right now, brothers and sisters, because I'm tired of people telling me, don't say this, don't do this. I'm going to say what I have to say, how I say it, because of who I am, where I've been. Just like I showed you all these awards, when I talk about Iron Knights and I talk about different kind of knights, as tankers, I am a knight. When I was in 135 Armor, we were called Iron Knights. When I was in the Cav, look, here, when I was cross-attached to the 1-5 Cavalry, I was called a Black Knight. There you go, Black Knight. You know how Brother Josh got Paranormal of the Round Table? The Knights used to have a round table, right? Well, I am Sir Abe. You can call me Sir Abe. For all those in the haters, you can call me Sir Abe, because I am a knight. Right here. Black Knight. Let me see how I got several. I'm a Black Knight. I'm an Iron Knight. I'm a knight as a tanker, because we fight with metal, right? The brigades, when I was stationed in Germany, we had knights uniforms in there with the armor and everything. So I was a knight in several of the places I was at. I was a knight. Iron Knights is for 135 Armor. The Wafa Cav was Black Knight, and I believe we had a different knight when I was in 132 Armor. I just don't got it here with me right now. I'm just letting you know. From now on, if you want to address me, for all the trolls and haters, address me as Sir Abe. Sir Abe. Because I'm a knight. And if I'm affiliated with the Paranormal Round Table, well, I'm a knight. I'm a real knight. That's what they call us, knights. Not night like dark night, a night as you can see right here. You see that? That's a knight on a horse. That kind of knight. Here in the Arkham, I'm going to show it to y'all where it says Iron Knights Battalion. I'm going to take it closer so y'all can see it. Right here, in the very bottom. Iron Knights. That's who I am. A knight. What does a knight have, ladies and gentlemen, here viewing on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters? We have honor, right? We have honor. When there's a damsel in distress, we rise to the occasion. When there's some kind of crime being committed, and if we're there, we have to rise to the occasion because it's within us, it's bestowed upon us to rise to the occasion. When the African American woman was being attacked by her boyfriend, and I was getting my case of water at 12 o'clock at night, she ran behind me yelling help. She was butt naked. Her boyfriend was hitting her in the back of the head. I had to rise to the occasion and save the lady in distress. The cops came, the guy ran. She thanked me the following day. She thanked me. He's lucky that I handled it a different way because I did have a weapon that I could have used, but I chose not to. Because I'm trained I'm trained to act to the threat. You know, there's different levels of threats. There's threats where people are saying something. There's a threat where people are getting closer to you to do something or saying something. And then there's a threat when people are trying to invade your space. And then you have the threat when somebody's coming at you to do physically harm. And you rise to the occasion to defend that. No different than what's happening here within the internet. You got people coming at me in the threat of falsify themselves who they are through being trolls. And it went from that to verbally threatening me by identifying themselves of who they really were. So we're to that level. It hasn't gotten to the level of the threat when somebody's trying to come to do something. Those I'm not worried about them. They can say whatever they want to say. They can say whoever they're affiliated with. They can say whatever. But till that threat is broken, that threat of somebody coming at me, I'm not going to go looking for nobody. There's no reason I should be looking for somebody that's a coward. Because that's what they are. They're cowards. They're troll keyboard warriors. That's it. They're not going to do nothing. That's why I'm not going looking for nobody. But if they want to find me, I'm not a person to be hiding from anybody. Like I said, I fought from my country. If y'all can't understand that, then you're never going to be able to understand. I'm saying it out of a veteran's perspective. I do not fear nobody that's here in the flesh. The only thing I fear is a Heavenly Father. Because He can make us, He can take us. Just like when I was in combat. He kept me and others He took. I witnessed it first hand. So I'm just letting you know that I'm not going to run away from nobody. You're welcome, Cousin Jesus Carvajal. I just had to pull this out, people, so you can understand. Veterans, there's a lot of veterans. I keep a lot to myself. I don't like to share. But I figured, well, I'm in a community where people are friendly. Maybe I can talk about where I've been or what I've done, and they'll be able to understand, or give me some spiritual advice, keep me in prayer, or something that is in this nature. But certain dirty people that are not here for unity, they're here to cause division. They want to take my words out of context, right? That's what he tried to do. Trying to play the victim like I done something. No, the real victims that I did something to, they were left out there in Operation Desert Storm. There was a real victims, but there wasn't really victims because they're the ones that shot at us first. They came at us first. They tried to they shot artillery on us. They shot chemicals through scuds at us first. So we really were just defending ourselves. That's why I say I'm not going to go after anybody in any kind of way, shape, or form. Now, if somebody decides to get a wild hair and come see me, then I got to do what I got to do to protect myself and my family. But it's not good when somebody makes fun of your family, right, Mikey? It's not good when somebody's making fun of your family, but it's okay for you and your family to laugh when somebody's making fun about people. Racist remarks. It's fun to you, right? It's funny. Talking about watermelon. Huh? It's funny, right? Oh, it's freedom of speech. So when Sergeant Seals was making fun off of you and of your sister or whatever she is, it was not okay then. It's not freedom of speech, right? It's not freedom of speech, but what Damian Peterson said, it's freedom of speech and it's okay, even though he's you as a troll. It's okay. You don't like it, do you? I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't even know the guy that you said was there was a Marine or not. I don't think so. He never showed his proof that he was a Marine. If he was in the military, he would have found a sense of humor in it. It's like inside jokes from the military. How we joke around. We can joke around about anything in the military, but it's something you wouldn't understand. But you playing the part that you're afraid for your life. I think you're more afraid, like I said before, to work. That's what you're really afraid of. You're asking for donations. I mean, you was already asking for money in the past, and you're still asking for donations for maybe it's something that's made up, and you want people to feel sorry for you because you're supposedly going through a child custody or fighting for a child. I wonder what you did for the system to come in and take your child away from you. What did you do, bro? Apparently you had to do something. Was it CPS that came for you? Came for them? So yeah, something had to be reported for them to be taken away from you. If that's what you need the money for, huh? Or you're trying to get money to try to get your child so that you can keep their mouth shut from saying anything. They might be a child right now, but eventually they're going to grow. When they're going to grow of age, then they're going to speak what they have to say, right? So either way, like I said before, the lie lasts till the truth comes out. And eventually it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Sorry, I say a little bit of cuss words, people, but that's I'm speaking to y'all straight up. This guy is hiding something. Do not give him no money. He did some things that he wasn't supposed to do that are acts against God. You don't mess with God's children. Well, he's done some things that it's going to come bite him in the ass. Just a matter of time. But that's beyond my control. But if he's got time to be talking about me, saying that I'm a bad person, I'm not coming after nobody. I'm happy. I get my money from the government for being a disabled vet. They're taking care of me for serving their country proudly. When I go to the VA, they roll out the red carpet because they know what I've done in the military. They got all my records there. They know what I've done in the combat. So at one point in time, it wasn't the red carpet. They were throwing the black carpet because they wanted to take me out when Obama was in power. They had that Obama blacklist. See, I can talk about a lot of things. But I want to talk about something that I witnessed when I was in the military. I remember working in the mortar pool. Was it the mortar pool? And they said the thing at that time was about David Koresh. Y'all remember David Koresh? They said they needed people to go to fight to the combine that David Koresh had. So we're always the first to go if something in that nature happens. But at that time, they had a special group of people that went over there And you see what happened what happened there. What happened to David Koresh, right? And to all the people that belong to the cult. You see what happened? Well, the special group of people that went. There were some people that went from Fort Hood. There were a tactical team, and they handled business over there with David Koresh. Huh? People that thought that they're above God, they thought they were God, but there really wasn't. You see what happened to David Koresh, right? I just remember him, David Koresh, when the government wouldn't go intervene over there. A lot of people died out there. They had weapons. And they're part of a cult. They even had people there that didn't want to be there, but they're part of the cult. Mikey, were you part of the cult? This why you think you're King Mikey? Are you related to David Koresh? Was that your daddy? I'm playing around right now, right? But it's not funny, right? When somebody twists his back around you, but I'm only speaking in truth. He said, I just wanted to share this with y'all of where I've been, of what I've done. The stories that I say are true. People can try to twist things around. It can try to cut certain pieces around, but I have all my documentation from the military here at the house, and I have records at the VA to state where I've been. The government knows where I've been, what I've done. You can say I'm protected by the government. They know where I've been. They know that most likely what I've been and I've seen, that I have to live with it, that I have PTSD. Do they assist me with PTSD? No. I choose not to be on that program because the pills that they give the soldiers is suicide itself. So I choose not to do that. I'd rather lift weights. I love making spiritual videos. I love being out there investigating and talking to the members here of Spiritual Encrypted Encounter. This is, you could say, my little world right now of what I have. I'm going to continue to do it because I love to do it. I love to interact with people that I can help, whether I listen to the stories they have to tell me, whether they want prayer, I'll pray for them. But just because where I've been doesn't make me a bad person. Does anybody remember Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? How you doing, Brother Grizzly Chris? Do y'all remember him? Do y'all know that Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was a sniper? As a matter of fact, he was a deadly sniper. So he would do the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood because of all the lives he took in combat. He was the best of the best. The government knew who he was, what he's done. I'm more sure than you how many confirmed kills he had as a sniper. Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that had TV syndication on PBS, public broadcast station, for a very long time, was a veteran that was a sniper. What do snipers do, guys? We all know what snipers do, right? They get a call from higher, or they get placed in a certain place, said this is your target, and they have to follow orders. One shot, one kill. Mr. Rogers. He's not here amongst us no more, but I'm more sure that he made him feel good helping out the youth for the work that he was doing, because of the burden that he carried on him, of the things that he had to do while he was in the military. No difference than Brother Abe or Sir Abe, whatever you want to call me. It makes me feel good that I can help out people come understand the spiritual side of things. Where the spiritual side of things, somebody would say, hey, can you show me this? I can show people how to defend themselves offensively and defensively. I showed a lot of my family members how to do this. But I'm just here making this video to tell the viewers the view, and this is also for anybody else that's in doubt about me as Brother Abe Cias, I'm going to say it again. I let everything go 2 weeks ago. I'm not targeting anybody any kind of way. I don't have plans to go nowhere, anywhere. I'm here happy where I'm at because I don't got time for people that are not worth my time. And that includes you, Mikey, and your family and whoever's affiliated with you. I don't got time for y'all. I got too much other things to do to worry about than worry about y'all. But like I said, when all this is said and done, the truth will be revealed, whether you like it or not, because that's the way it works. So if you target me because, like I said, I'm an easy target because I'm a combat veteran, oh, sorry, let's mess with Abe. He's going to get pissed off real fast. Well, I mean, what do you expect, from a veteran, that knows about offense and defense in a combat environment, knows how to break through obstacles, knows how to, if he sees a mine, he knows how to disassemble a mine. He knows offense, defense, whether it's urban warfare, wood warfare, in the ice warfare, in the desert warfare. He knows all these things. If you're all targeting because I was a veteran, I'm just trying to figure out why. Why would you mess with somebody that can be a dangerous person? Why would you mess with somebody that could be a flicker of a light and react to something real fast, and by the time it shuts off, everything's said and done? Why would you mess with somebody like that? Because you can? But I'm not impressed at all with those kind of games. Like I said, I'm not impressed at all. It's kind of like, what would you mess with me? You hated me. At least buckle up, tighten up your shoelaces that you got as a belt, and kind of let me know in my face why you're messing with me. Let me know why. Right? Let me know why you're messing with me, as a man that you cannot be, because you're not a man. Tell me who sent you. Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. I already know who your leader is, but he's not a leader. He's more like he's not a gallon. He's more like a keg. A black keg. Huh? Not a kingpin, a black keg. That's your leader. And all the other dumb nuts that are affiliated with y'all, dumb nuts, I call y'all dumb nuts. If you take that offensively because you're too afraid to identify yourself to me, take it to the heart of what I'm saying. I'm calling you dumb nuts. If you want to do something about it, you know where I live. Temple, Texas. Hit me up a messenger. We settle it. But I know, because y'all like playing this little charade games of hide and go seek, that y'all not man enough to do it, to come and see me. But when you come, tell me why you're coming. Tell me I'm here as whatever fake profile name you did, or you say I was one of the fake profile guys that was listening to what you're saying and I took it offensively. Let me know why you come in so like that. I know how to justify that. But I'm calling anybody affiliated with Dirty Mike dumb nuts. Every single one of y'all, dumb nuts. Whoever's putting up to do what he was doing, I guess a fat dumb nuts. I mean, what am I supposed to do, guys? Am I supposed to just say, you know what? I'm taking everything that I've worked for the past 5 years, and I'm going to give up because certain people in power, they're affiliated with the monkey group. I ain't even going to call you gorillas. The monkeys. Not the monkeys, the band from back in the day. Just monkeys, because you're not no gorillas. Because if you were really gorillas and you were real men, and you were behind this crap, then we could have settled it already. So I'm gonna call you monkeys, not even monkeys, probably like a miniature monkey. Curious George is I'm not trying to be racist or nothing, but you call yourself the Gorilla Alliance. So can I call you Curious George? Curious George, y'all remember or is that no? You know what? No, that's an insult to Curious George. I like Curious George, so I'm just gonna call you the little monkey club. That's what I'm gonna call you. The Little Monkey Club. I think the little rascals are higher echelon than y'all. And I ain't gonna do buckwheat dirty like that because I like buckwheat. I used to watch the Little Rascals all the time. Little Rascals and Three Stooges when I was growing up. So I'm old school. I'm that guy that's 55 years old. Well, I'm gonna be 55, 54. But I heard somebody saying that they don't want to beat up a 54 or 55 years old. Well, I'm that age. I work out. If you think you can do something like that against somebody that's my age, you can come try. But it's still within me. I'll show you. I'll give a demonstration what I'm capable of doing. The only thing I can say is keep my name out of your mouth from now on. Keep my name out of your mouth. You keep my name out of your mouth. Y'all stop playing the games. I won't even mention y'all no more. Y'all do what you do. I do what I do. I'm not going to stop. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm continuing to do podcasts. And when the time comes and my group grows, then I'm going to do lives on Facebook, and you're going to see a little bit more of Soren Cias. And I still got a lot of other podcasts that are lined up that want to work with me. But please, if you got an uncle, a family member, a grandfather, a grandpa, somebody that served in the United States Army, they were honorable men. They were honorable men because they took an oath and they fulfilled their oath, just like I'm an honorable man. So don't let a loser like Mikey, right? Stevens or whatever the hell his name is. Whatever his name is, I can't remember his last name. Don't let somebody that's Mikey, that can't work, that's a musher, that is afraid of work, take the honor from honorable men like me that serve the United States government in the military and in the front lines. When you back somebody up like that, that's disrespecting every American, or whether there's a person that's serving in the military or a person that is disabled because they place their life on the line and they're injured. I'm injured. I ain't going to say what my injuries are, but I place my line 100% in the military. So I'm a disabled vet. He's coming after a disabled vet. I could understand if I was in the military still gung-ho, going to the gym pumping weights, even though I still pump weights, but serving my country proudly, right? He's coming after a disabled veteran. It's kind of like going mess with an old man in a wheelchair. That's the kind of person Mikey is. This coming, and the people that are affiliated with him, coming after the elderly. The only difference is from people in a wheelchair to me, that I work out and I stay active, I stay in shape to the best of my abilities, no matter what conditions I have. I'm always ready to go. So basically what I'm saying is, you done ran into the wrong person. You're messing with the wrong person. But you coming after a disabled veteran? Are you serious? A disabled veteran that put his life on the line in combat, and is disabled because he gave it 100%. You want to come after a disabled veteran trying to make me look like a bad guy? Are you kidding me? When the government acknowledges me as a veteran that places life on, and I get blessed with money from the government for serving my country, and you want to come after a disabled veteran trying to tarnish me as an American veteran, American soldier through lies? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? But then you want your viewership. Maybe that y'all do have something in common. Maybe y'all are mushers, and maybe all of y'all don't work. Maybe that's what it is. That they're all mushers and they don't work. And you trying to give me a bad rep by saying bad things about me, which I have awards. I have a lot of medals of my bravery in combat. And you trying to take that away from me? Are you kidding me? You're trying to defame a hero, a real hero of America. That's ridiculous. Where you live, you see all those critters crawling on the walls. How come you haven't fixed that problem? I can't work. I can't work because I'm disabled. Huh? What are you disabled of? I mean, apparently you're always begging for money, and apparently you're supposed to be boots on ground, right? If you can lace up your shoes to go out there and do those little investigations, you should be able to lace your boots and be able to go to work, right? Am I correct? And the money that you're getting from the people that are donating money to you, are you reporting it? You know, you're only supposed to gain a certain amount of money as being a disabled. Are you reporting the money that people are donating to you? I don't think you are. And I don't think you're really getting that much money, because you do have a lot of fake accounts as followers. So maybe you all see me as a threat because the little bit of people I have are real people. And I might have a couple that I might be infiltrating with fake profiles, but all the amount that you have is really fake profiles. And that's crazy when a lot of people know who I am from a small group that are real people compared to supposedly a big group that you are, which makes you probably jealous because, you know, I got invited to go to PRT conference. You know, I spoke a little, very little. I helped somebody spiritually. I prayed for them. I blessed some people with some selenite pendants. I blessed some people with selenite pendants while I was there. I did my little part as I got invited by Brother Josh Turner to his conference. I didn't see anything wrong happening in that conference. Matter of fact, I've seen a lot of people happy. I met a lot of people, made a lot of friends. It was pretty interesting. That was my first conference ever. You know, where people are talking their different ways of thinking and talking about the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch, and various other monsters that they believe exist, other cryptids. You know, and I brought a little bit of the spiritual aspect to it there. You know, I spoke a little bit about the spiritual aspect of the DDN. But you see, when you targeted me, I think you targeted me because I got to speak a little in the conference, and I just I'm thanking right now Brother Josh Turner for inviting me over. Me and my wife, we had a good time. We had a blast, and you know, it was very fun experience. If there was people there infiltrating, pretending to be followers of Josh Turner or members of Josh Turner or not, or they're infiltrating, well, they were there for the wrong reasons. So if they were there for the wrong reasons, of course they're not going to have any fun because they were sent there for the wrong reasons. I went there for the right reasons. I went there because I seen unity. I spoke to many wonderful people. I spoke to Miss Holly and her husband from Louisiana. They were good peoples. I met a lot of good people there. Brother Larry, Joe Fisher, and many others that I met there. You know, a lot of wonderful, good people. I had a wonderful experience. You know, Brother Josh Turner is a good guy. He's got a good heart. So for whoever's trying to taint him to be a bad guy, I know why the reason you're all trying to do that is because you dislike his popularity. You dislike the people that he knows because he's got connections, right? So since you couldn't friend him, you befriended him because the job that you were trying to do, which was infiltrate, eventually the truth was going to come out and your identity was going to come out. So that's why you befriended him. Or how he said, backstab him in the back. You backstabbed him. Certain individuals. Because I've seen some other individuals that he's talking about. They look at me kind of weird because I'm bringing the spiritual aspect out of it. But the reason you were looking at me weird is because I could see right through you what your real intentions were. That's why you finally reveal yourselves of who your affiliations are with. And for those that are trying to say Josh Turner is starting stuff again, Brother Josh Turner, Sister Bettina Munz is starting something. Now Brother Abram is corrupted and being controlled by Josh Turner, that he's saying all these things. No. The reason I'm saying these things is because of what y'all did. How y'all infiltrated and you came up against me trying to be my friend, but you was really the enemy in disguise, right? That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But when I'm saying the things that I'm saying about Brother Josh Turner and his family, Miss Nelly, and all his family members, they treated me with respect. When somebody treats me with respect, I appreciate that 100%, and it's from the bottom of my heart. I respect that. Sometimes I don't think I deserve respect like that, but when I wear this hat, wherever I go, or my military, my veteran hats, I wear them, there's always people saying, thank you for your service. Thank you and it means a lot to me, man. When somebody says, thank you for your time and service, it hits me in my heart. The reason it hits me in my heart, because they just don't know. There's many that are not here to say what I'm speaking of, because there's some soldiers that can handle what they've been through or what they've seen. So they take the short way out of this world because they can live with what they've witnessed. So they take the easy road out of this world. So when you disrespect somebody like me, you're disrespecting those that are not here amongst us also, that have taken the easy way out. I'm not that type of a person to take the easy way out of anything. So long I place Jesus Christ first, everything will be all right. I placed Jesus Christ first in the front lines, and everything came out good. And I'm going to continue to do so. Yeah, I'm getting older, but it ain't stopped me from working out and speaking my mind of what I have to do or what I have to say, you know. I still have it within me. I still have a good fight with me, or possibly many fights within me. But I'm not trying to be that way. But when somebody deceives you in playing games, how I got played, then it becomes personal, you know. It's like, why would somebody invite me to the group to make fun of me for 8 months? You know, that's ridiculous. You got my attention, but I'm not impressed because, like I said, if you're not man to back up what you started, but then you have to lie after lie after lie to cover up what you initiated, then you're not a man at all. You know, like I was telling you last time, no cojones, Mikey. No, I can't even do this. I say no cojones, Mikey. I think I named you Michelle last time. You got no cojones. You're Michelle, but you initiated this. So since you initiated it, I can say whatever I want to say. I don't care who you are, who you're affiliated with. I'm going to say what I have to say. Just like I said right now, everything that I spoke of, I'm speaking from the heart. Like I said before also, it's just a matter of time that you're going to pay for your crimes, brother. Or now you're going to call you brother. I said, Mikey, you're gonna pay what you've done. But that, you set yourself in motion for that. You set yourself in motion for that. That's why you always talk about God and this about God, because you're trying to cover up for all the things that you've done. That's the only reason you bring them up. And if anybody doesn't believe me that are Mikey worshipers or Mikey followers, or it's probably him and his multiple personalities or troll personalities, if you don't believe me, look at all his videos and you'll see how his videos, he's always trashing somebody, talking bad about somebody. He'll say something about a scripture out of the Bible, a little verse, and then he say something bad about somebody. That's not a God. Me, I'm just, you could say, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect because nobody's perfect in this world, but I say what I have to say to get directly to the point, and I say it my way. I don't say it how somebody tells me to say it. I say it my way, and that's how it is. I don't know if y'all viewed the video or the little short reel that I placed of these green aliens with the black eyes from the woods. What was happening there in that is like, I have another picture of something there too, but if you look to the far right of that little short reel, or I might place a picture, like a close-up, you can see what seems to be like a face of a wolf, a face of a wolf to the far right, pretty big. But that's what I captured when I went to my last investigation. It's been 3 weeks that I hadn't placed nothing as evidence, because I was dealing with this trolls. They kept on trying to come after me, reporting my pictures, reporting my videos. And I said, you know what? My mom didn't raise me to give up. And I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue to do the works that I do. And I was sharing this. Let me step to the side here real quick. I got all my documentations from the military here. Medical records, medals, awards. Let me see. I got all kinds of stuff here, y'all. When I serve my government proudly. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Of what I spoke today. I just felt that I had to sound off and let people know that I'm not going after anybody in any kind of way. It's a shame that I'm a veteran and I have to say this. But then you got, all these crazy other things happening in the world. But people want to target me, trying to say that I'm out after people's families. That's ridiculous. I've been out of the military since 1989, and I have a clean record from when I come out of the military. I haven't got into altercations with anybody or anything like that. I serve my country proudly. It's just a shame that I have to speak about this, I mean, do you blame me? When I say I'm not afraid of anything, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to die. When I was in the front lines, it was either me or the enemy, so it could have gone either way. When I say you're not afraid, I'm not afraid to die, it's like if something was meant to be, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen. So whether it was me that was going to go or the enemy that was going to go, somebody had to go. It's beyond my control. The only one that controls our fate is Jesus Christ. That's the only person that controls our fate. There's no mastermind or person, alliances, or anybody that thinks that controls anybody's fate. They're full of themselves. I'm just saying it right now. Nobody controls my fate. The only one that controls my fate is Jesus Christ. I'm trying my hardest to maintain my love foundation. But when people trying to make allegations against me just because I'm a veteran, a disabled veteran, a disabled veteran because I'm disabled. That guy, oh, he's gonna run us over with his tank. He's gonna shoot us with a tank. I'm a veteran. What does a veteran mean? It means I'm out of the military. I don't have no access to no tank. But I'm run you over with this tank here. I'm gonna shoot you with this patch. There's no ammo here. This can run you over. It's just a cap. Here's my patch from right there. All Ironsides. When I was in 135 armor, 132 armor, 135 armor. My Unicrest, our Armadillo. When I was in 135 armor. This ain't gonna hurt you. I'm not in the military anymore. That was a long time ago. But what am I supposed to do? Not say nothing? Because you all trying to attack me? Or are you trying to come at me in a negative way? What you did was negative? And all I did is defend myself. And then you want to take things out of context, out of my stories? Take them out of context to make it seem like you're running for your life. That Sarge Shields is coming in his tank with his 50 cal and his 240 and his M9 and the M16 grenade launchers coming after you when I'm not even in the military. You sure know how to paint a pretty picture. I have pictures of when I was in the military. I'm not in the military no more. I'm a disabled vet. And you want to come after a disabled vet and talk all this nonsense when you don't even work. For God's sake, you don't even work. How can you talk bad about somebody that served that placed their life on the line for the United States Army, for this country, when you don't even work, man? How'd you get hurt? You say you're disabled. Disabled from where? I see you walking perfectly. I see you throwing rocks, pretending to be Bigfoot, so you have some motion in your arm when you're throwing the rocks. I don't see where you're hurt at all. If you're supposedly disabled, if you're disabled, where does your check money going to? That you have to panhandle and say people to donate money to you. I don't do that, and I'm a disabled vet. I haven't asked anybody for a single penny. As a matter of fact, I've blessed people. No, people talk bad about Brother Josh Turner. He blesses people too. He got a good heart also. He blesses people also. I'm just here to defend about myself, but I can see how people could twist stuff around to make me look like a bad person. But a disabled vet that served was in combat with honor, bravery, heroism, a hero, and you want for people to believe a fraudulent person that doesn't work, or somebody that showed proof right now. I done showed you all my ID in the past. I got it right here, my old military ID. I did a show and tell of my old military ID. I did a show and tell of my DD-214. And today I showed you my Arcoms of where I was in combat, where it states there's in typing what I had to do. What is he going to do? He's going to say that those are false too? I don't know how people are gullible to believe somebody that's a deadbeat. That's what I see. A deadbeat person, that has to lie about people, trash people. He's not smart enough to do that. So I'd say he's working with somebody that might be his puppet master that controls him. But even that person is not smart either. That's what I see. How you doing, Carlito? That's what I see. All these people about alliances and the Monkey Club Alliance, or should I say the Monkey Fat Club Alliance, they ain't about nothing. You know, I think they think because they belong to a gang or whatever that we're supposed to be living in fear because they belong to an alliance or I've been against the Black Panthers when I was in the military, 40-0, undefeated. They would get upset with me because they would ask me, they would tell me, can you please just let somebody beat you up? We just want to see one of our kind beat you up. That's what they would tell me. If you let somebody beat you up, we'll stop. All this will stop. You don't have to fight no more. We just want somebody to beat you up. And I will tell them I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to fight for what was right. So I went 40-0. You know, people call them the Black Panthers back then. There was people within those Black Panthers that belonged to the Crips, to the Bloods, and to numerous gangs, street gangs that I fought. And I defeated. I went undefeated, 40-0. So if I fought those individuals, do you think I'm worried about somebody that belongs to a gang that says guerrilla? I think the guerrilla. I think the Black Panther must have been around the same time frame. They might have been Black Panther probably older than that. Do you think I'm afraid about an alliance of gorillas? Not to be racist or anything, but what do gorillas and monkeys like? You know, I'm not trying to be racist. You know, you want a pound of bananas and to leave me alone? I'll give you a banana and we call it even Steven. That's what I think when somebody wants to install fear through gang mentality or organizations like this, that they want to install fear and they want people to live in fear. Well, that's not going to work with me. That's not going to work with me at all. I'm just letting you know right now. But that's what I think about gorillas and monkeys when I would go to the zoo. You know, they'd be liking bananas. They eat the hell out of some bananas. They like different stuff too. But those fear tactics are not going to lie. Another thing, fake stories. Listen to me right now. Fake stories are not going to work. There's some non-fictional, fictional, whatever you want to call them. Fake stories are going to lie, especially if you want to be the center of the attention and you're talking real loudly and cussing. Those fake stories are not going to work because they're false stories. Then when somebody comes with something true, you dislike a person, you target a person, and you say, "Trolls attack. Go after this person, trolls. We're going after this person right here. Let's go after Ape Seas. Let's strategize and come up against them. Let's make him look like a bad guy." You know, that's crazy, right? Try to make me look like a bad guy. I tell you what, when after the Battle of Medina Ridge, we were going back across the border to go to Kuwait, I would see all the people cheering us on. So, but over there, I don't know what the signs are, but there's a lot of people throwing the peace sign. But I don't know what a peace sign means in a different country. They could have been flipping us off, all I know. But all I know that they were happy. The little kids were happy, women were happy. They were happy because we brought peace back into their country. They were happy. And that right there, when I see these little kids and little girls and the wife crying and they're happy because we got rid of the enemy, which was causing them to live in fear, that made me feel happy to the heart that I was able to bring them happiness. No difference than what's going on here right now within the cryptid community, paranormal community. I don't know how many people that targeted, but they targeted the wrong one. They targeted me. Like I said, I don't live in fear. Yeah, brother Carlito. He's sure got some issues. He just messed with the wrong person. Whatever reasons he came up against me was trying to. You see, what it is that when I talk about something and I share my stories, it's true. They're true stories. I don't have to read off a deck of freaking cue cards. I don't have to read off a list of something or read off a computer screen. I'm just letting you know what I've experienced, and it's coming from the heart. There's no hesitation of what to say, and it's straight up. It's straight up talk. That's the difference between me and a lot of people within the cryptid paranormal, that I'm straight up and I'll tell you how it is. What I experienced, what I feel, how the moment felt. If somebody were to ask me questions, I'll let them know what I was feeling, because I was there. Just like when y'all experience something, right? I'm more sure y'all been in some kind of accidents. When you got hit, what side of the vehicle got hit, how it happened, what time how time it was. You know how'd you feel, how you have the adrenaline rush, how you felt afterwards, where you start hurting from the hit, that takes like 2-3 days, maybe a week sometimes to feel better. You remember all that, just like you remember when you're sick. You remember all the things that happen to you when you're sick. Well, when I say my stories, I can go to detail of everything that occurred, everything that happened. That's what makes my stories true and believable, because they are true and believable. I'll even place a lie detector on myself, and I'll say the story just like I'm speaking right now. I'll say it the same way, and that lie detector will not go off because they're true stories. I'm just sharing my experiences. I've got one of those minds that I remember everything. Some of the stories, cousin Jesus was there. When I talk about what happened to me down the dirt road where the truck got elevated when I was going to the cemetery. I said a number of times when I'm going down the dirt road. It's late at night, and it's around 10:30, and I was feeling sad. I was gonna go visit my mom's grave. I lost my mother back in 1985 when I was 15 years old. I was driving a truck that was illegal, a 1965 Ford, I believe, or 56, I can't remember, 65. It had a lightning bolt in the front. And I'm driving down this road and I see the ranch behind me, and I'm going towards the cemetery. As I'm going towards the cemetery, the lights from the ranch, I could not see it through the rearview mirror, through the mirror. I can't see them no more. It looks dark. Next thing you know, I'm seeing my speedometer. It says 40, and the speedometer is at 40, but it's not going forward because I'm seeing the two poles still there side by side on the ditches. So I hit the gas board, it's not moving forward. Next thing you know, the whole truck just drops from the back, and I go out of control. I almost hit one of the poles. I didn't even stop at the cemetery because I was freaked out what happened, that something elevated, picked up the back of my truck. They had the power to pick up those old trucks that way. I made it home. I was freaked out. I looked paler than Casper. Cousin Jesus Carabajal will tell you how I looked. My brother and cousin Jesse, they went to go check it out because I told them what happened. When they went out there, they found out that the tailgate from that truck was ripped off and it was just hanging. So whatever it was, lifted up the truck and tore the tailgate. Cousin Jesse's like, oh, don't worry about it, cuz, don't worry about it. I'm still in shock. He's like, don't think about it, don't think about it. I'm still in shock, what I witnessed. Something big that blocked my view from behind that had lifted the truck. He said, let's go to the store. I'm gonna go buy me a beer. And I didn't want to go. I said, okay, let's go. I went to the store and we parked. Since the truck was illegal, I parked behind the store so the cops wouldn't see the truck. So he's coming from the store with his beer in his hand, and down the street you see the big black shadow or whatever it was coming straight down towards the truck. It came through the field because where that street was, there was nothing but a field there. So it was coming straight for the truck. Cousin Jesse had a beer. I got my beer, cuz. I said, hey, get in, there's something coming. When he looked, he said, what the hell is that? We got in the truck and we hauled ass home. But he witnessed that. True story. He freaked out what he seen. Tell him, cousin Jesus Carvalho, how fast was that thing coming at us and how big was it? He's right here. He witnessed it. I bet you it sobered him up. Because I wouldn't drink back then, you know. He would. Did you sober up, cuz, when you seen the big shadow or whatever it was coming our way? If it's still here, he witnessed that. So all the stories that I say are not falsified. They're truthful stories. I have no reason to lie. I mean, I'm a disabled vet. Why would I want to lie about anything? That's just ridiculous. A disabled vet, you know, I've seen a lot of disabled vets, or they say they're disabled because they're wearing the camouflage pants and all this, and they're panhandlers. They're sitting by underneath bridges with signs that say they're homeless, but a lot of them are not real veterans. They're just people that dress that way just to get free money, you know. Well, Carlito, you know, it's like if I were to say I'm going to quit, I wasn't raised to say I quit. You know, from the people that guided me and gave me wisdom and knowledge, they would always tell me never give up. So quit is not in my nature. No matter what people say about me or how they come at me, I'm not going to quit. And I urge anybody not to quit. You know, anybody not to quit and continue to do what they do. Because nobody controls us. We're our own people. We're our own person. I don't think you would quit if somebody came at you in a negative way, right? You will continue to do the works that you do. That's why I'm here live right now on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. It doesn't matter how many followers or how many people are viewing, because eventually they're going to view this video later on. And that's how I get my views. You know, I can go live through StreamYard if I wanted to, but I choose to do it this way. You know, I've been doing like this for a very long time. But if I had my 1,000 subscribers, I'm more sure I'll have some viewership there. But I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just expressing how I feel. It doesn't matter. Nobody deserves to be controlled by anybody or to get punked out. Should I say punked out or bullied out of doing what you love to do? Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that at all. That's why I'm making this video here to Mikey and anybody affiliated with Mikey. You know that. You know, it's funny how he tried to twist stuff around. You know, try to steal just certain parts that you say of something, but leaves everything else out. You know, leaves everything else out from the story. That's ridiculous. When you share a story, right? When you share a story, it's not just two little clips. Say run over from attack, shot him in the eyes. No, there's got to be more to that story than just two things being said. You know, especially if it's stolen from your video. So if you look at the video, it says a lot more that didn't get placed in there and it got taken out of context by Dirty Mike or whoever's working with Dirty Mike. You know, I think it's ridiculous and funny, you know. I guess because I'm telling people, don't give this guy no money because he's a fraud, he's a panhandler, he's just using people. You know, I'm just being truthful about it. If there would be a salesman that I knew was a con artist, if my grandmother or grandfather was alive, or even my mother or father, if they would be older, right? If they were alive, I will tell them, hey, no, Mom, don't give him no money. He's bullshitting you. You're going to tell him straight up. Why are you going to tell him straight up? Because you love him, right? You're going to tell him straight up. Well, that's what I'm doing. Talking about this guy being straight up, that he's full of crap. You know, he's doing it just for the views. If you see his videos, they don't make no sense. No sense at all. There was one that said, "Did you see that? He was running down the street." What I seen was a roach running on your windshield that made it look like it was running down the street. He said he was running so fast that he climbed the tree. No, it was a roach that went up your windshield. I mean, this guy literally is infested with roaches at his house, and then he's infested with roaches in his vehicle. How is that going to happen? The only way that's going to happen if he's a dirty person, and he did not clean out his trash out of his house or out of his vehicle. That's how you have roaches. Roaches, they'll find a way in. If they look for food, right? That's what they, or anything. That's how they survive. If they don't do that, ants will do that. So, they probably have roach problem and ant problems. They'll do that. If you don't clean your house, you got to clean your house. There was a saying in Spanish: "Casa limpia, cosa buena. Casa mugrosa, cosa mala." In English, clean house, good spirits or good things. A dirty house, bad spirits, unclean spirits. And that's him. Dirty house, dirty car, unclean spirits. Because that's what they dwell in. So if you don't take a shower and he's leaving dirty, boom, they're gonna attach themselves to him. This unclean forces that I speak of, that was taught to me, they're gonna attach themselves to him because he's a dirty person. There's no excuse for that. No, they're not religious followers, brother. It's him with all his fake profiles. The subscribers that he's got are fake, and his fake profiles. He basically talks to himself. He literally answers to himself, and you know how you can tell he's talking to himself? Because all the people have one thing in common of all the fake profiles that are supposedly talking highly of him. They can't spell. So all the things that are being said is him misspelling his own. He's trying to hype himself up, or maybe his family members are not that educated that they can't spell. I don't know what the highest grade level they went to, but they can't spell. So it sounds like it's the same person, controlling that. That's how you know that it's not religious followers, but it's more of panhandler followers with fake profiles, trolls. I'm more sure he's done suckered a couple of people into giving them money, but there's a lot of people that are seeing that now. I think that are seeing that he's a panhandler, so they're not giving him no more money. Now I think some of them tell him, "How come you just don't get a job? How come you and your wife don't go work?" He don't want that. That's not him. He wants to continue to mush off of people. I know you work hard for your money, Carlito? We all used to work hard for our money at one point in time in our lives. But anyways, I was just making this quick video, and that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. One day I will make a spiritual live, and just once all this blows over, which I feel within the next 2-3 weeks, a lot of this crap is going to blow over. I'm going to continue to do what I do. I just been taking a break from being out there doing the investigations because of what I witnessed last time. It's kind of like I have to re-energize up spiritually. Continue to maintain my love foundation. Try to keep anger, hatred within my heart. From the things that are coming my way. I think when I did Josh Turner's podcast, when we talked, Carlito, and you say, yeah, it's cool. You were doing a podcast with Dark Waters, if I'm correct. Wasn't you doing a podcast with Dark Waters at one point in time? When I started doing the podcast with Josh Turner, you were doing a podcast with somebody. I just can't remember who that person was. But you said, well, that's cool, man. I'm doing my thing with, I don't know if it was Dark Waters or somebody. but you was doing your own thing. You was doing a live with them, or you were going to come out in the yeah with DW. Well, that same time frame we talked. Remember we talked. You said that I said, well, that's cool. And then you said, well, that's cool that you're doing the podcast that y'all squash the beef, and you're doing the podcast with Josh Turner. So that's how I did the podcast. A lot of people like the views or the podcast, and then I got invited to go to the conference. When I got invited to go to the conference, I don't know if I was going to make it because I had been in an accident. I had hurt my leg, and I had hurt my leg that I have the blood clot in. So I didn't know I was going to make it or not. So all week I was sick. Then Friday came, the day of the dinner, and my wife got off of work, and she said, "Oh, here we go again. You're not going to go, are you?" Because she knew I was hurting. And I said, "You know what? Screw it. Let's go." So I got up, even though I was hurting. I went out there with an injured leg, and went out there and we did the conference thing. It's like after the conference, everything that developed, it's like I started getting targeted. It hasn't even been that long. That's one of the things that they talked about, that this individual, Dirty Mike, that well, when he was using Damon, you're getting affiliated with Abe Cias and all this stuff. I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I'm just doing. I believe that we could get a lot more if we stay united, and instead of being divided. But when you have people that think they're up here and greater than everybody else, and can stir the pot, and they want division. The reason they want division is because they want to have full control. They'll point the arrows to everybody else, but they won't point the arrows to themselves. But they want full control. To me, it's not about that. Man, at the conference, there was people that believe in different things. People believe in aliens, people believe in cryptids, and everybody had their own views. So I thought that was pretty awesome how we were able to speak on the panel of what we believe in. I spoke about the little bit of time that I got to speak. I got to speak about the DDN, and I even prayed for a lady that was being spiritually attacked, and I helped her. I blessed her with a selenite after I prayed for her for protection to keep the unclean spirit off of her that was causing her all kinds of chaos and havoc. So I felt that I was there for a reason. But when you have something successful like that happen, and some people are upset because they didn't get invited, right? That's where the jealousy comes. So what happens when people that think that they're up here and they don't get invited to it, they get jealous and they get angry, and what do they want? They want payback. So what happens with the payback? They try to stir up some shit, and that's what happened. All this shit that happened was because of something that happened to me and Bettina and Josh initially. The only thing I'm doing, that Sister Bettina is doing, Brother Josh is doing, is defending ourselves from the lies. But that's what happens when there's jealous people within the cryptic community. There's jealous people within the cryptic community that don't want unity. And we're trying to unite by everybody's different beliefs, right? We're trying to unite in that manner. But when people want just one belief, in which the one belief that they want is the belief of the flesh, just flesh being, but at the same time, not just the belief of the flesh being, they want to practice of what they believe in also, in which I understand is right of what you believe in religion, but they want to leave Jesus out of the equation. Because what they're really believing in, and what they're believing in and doing, is not Jesus Christ or God. They're believing in something else, and that's where this alliance comes to. They want control, not just of me. They want control of anybody that's got a podcast. They want control of every single person. And if they can't get the control of that individual, they're going to try to tarnish their reputation but saying bad things about them. You know why? So they can, and I can understand if the guy's legit and really has this many viewers. But when your viewers are fake and they made because you bought them, right? Because they're not real. You're not going to have genuine people really telling you what they feel about you. So basically, if those are the followers that he has or fake profiles and trolls, and they're not being truthful, it's because it's really not a real site. It's made believe site. But that's what I see. My numbers are still the same. I'm growing very little. I don't ask anybody for no favors. Whoever wants to follow me follows me, and whoever don't. They don't like what I have to say. They can see the way out. They can unfriend me or whatever. But you don't see my viewership growing because I don't have no alliance with nobody. I consider everybody to be my friend or friends. I rather have friends than enemies, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when there's people with Napoleon syndrome or Hitler syndrome that don't want to be in power, that's where the problem comes from. That's where the division comes from. I think we can do more united than divided. And when people work more on dividing, that's showing you the true color. Are they really trying to do good for the cryptic community when they're trying to cause division? And they just tell you what their true nature is. If they're trying to cause division, if they try to use weak-minded people like Mike as a pawn, right? Feel sorry for the guy, but it is what it is. People make choices of what they want to be affiliated with. I remember when you did that, Carlito. And I did one with Brother Josh, and we had I think 3 episodes. We spoke about a lot of things. I got a lot of people like that. They wanted me be back on the show. But I'm still the same Abe. I still same Abe. I ain't changed one bit. I'm. If people are gonna like me for who I am, they're gonna like me. If they don't, they don't. But I'm just me. You know how I am. You've been on me for a long time. We've been through a lot. When we was dealing the thing with David from Texas a long time ago. What he was trying to do, cause division, right? That's what he was trying to do. He was targeting a lot of people. No difference what's happening right now. It's something that we've been dealing for a long time here in the, I'll say, cryptic community, because I've seen it firsthand. I mean, my original Facebook got permanently deleted, and I lost my site, Positive Spiritualist, that I had to start from the ground up, and then it got permanently deleted again. And when it got deleted again, I said, should I stop doing this or just give up? But with him, he said, no, bring it back up and keep on doing it. Or else I would have already 1,000 subscribers and I would have more members, but they kept on deleting my groups, I guess because who I voted for, the Facebook. So it's kind of it's like being targeted, it's nothing new for me. 24-hour suspension, 10-day suspension, 1 month suspension, 3 month suspension, then they say, we're going to permanently delete your account. And they did. Yeah, the dirty accent. I talked to what? Dirty accent. You talk to yourself. Well, don't we all talk to ourselves when he's a man of God, right? Don't we talk to ourselves when we pray? And we say, God, please help. We're literally talking to ourselves, right? When we go into prayer. So I guess his prayers must not be true, because we're literally talking to ourselves indirectly, because there's nobody in the room. When we pray, we're praying to Jesus Christ, but if somebody would see us from a distance, that would assume we're talking to ourselves. Well, of course, Sergeant CS is always going to be with me. You know, I wasn't. No, I have more than that. More. Oh, I have a lot more personalities. I had the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in me, plus Sergeant CS, Spiritual Abe, and many other personalities. But who don't? It's through our stages of our life. You know, we remember the things that we go through. Just because you remember the things you go through and you talk about, like when I bring Sergeant Cias out, and Sergeant Cias is straight up, and people don't understand Sergeant Cias. I was Sergeant Cias in the United States Army. You know, I showed my ID last time my old ID from Sergeant Cias. So Sergeant Cias, and I being nothing to Dirty Mike because doesn't even work. But Sergeant Cias does mean something to the soldiers that were under me that I took care of. They knew who Sergeant Cias is. Sergeant Cias took care of the soldiers and got in the right direction. Some of them advanced to become sergeants themselves. But that's the title I had. You know, when you're in the military, that was my title, Sergeant Cias. Of course, as you climb the ranks, you could have been a private, PFC, specialist, corporal, and then sergeant. Mine stopped at sergeant because I got injured, you know, and I had to leave. I was Sergeant Cias for a good, like 7 years, 8 years in the military. But that's somebody that doesn't work wouldn't understand that. He wouldn't understand what a title means. Like, for example, he worked, decided to say, okay, I'm going to lay off. I'm tired of people making fun of me to get a job. Let me go work at Wendy's. They put him for a cook. His title's going to be a cook for Wendy's, right? Or, you know, he advances and he does good and he likes to work, starts cleaning himself up and acts more professional because people start liking the way he's making the burgers and he starts getting more customers. That might advance him to become a manager, right? But you got to like to work in order for that to happen. But what I see, he don't like to work. Just like me, Sergeant Cias wasn't given to me easily. I had to work for that. You know, I had to go to course. I had to get every rank, especially when you become sergeant higher, you have to go through special courses that they train you to do certain things. I went to PLDC, which made me become sergeant. And then after that, you got BNOC and ANOC for higher ranks. And then higher for first sergeants, command sergeant majors. You know, you have to climb the ladder, but you have to work for that. It's not given to you freely. You literally have to work for it. You really, and what I mean by that, there's a lot of people that are competing against you. So only few can be selected that way, you know, and you have to pass these courses in order for you to advance. Then they're just going to give you the rank. You have to pass the courses. If you fail the courses, you cannot become that rank, right? That's one thing that people don't understand, you know. So all these people that I just met the sergeant major today, that he was in 112 Cav. He was cool with me. We're talking, and we're talking about certain individuals, and he remembered these individuals that were under him, that were first sergeants. And I said, well, they used to be my platoon sergeant. This sergeant major was in the military 36 years. He's battling cancer and many other things that he didn't want to talk about. So I left it at that and respected that. And I just kept on walking with him and was looking at the minerals. We're at the mineral show. But that guy did 36 years in the military. He's been to a lot of wars, even before Operation Desert Storm. He told me all the wars he was in. He's been to a lot of wars. And he's battling, you know, he's fighting for a life right now, cancer and stuff, because he placed his life on the line. So all throughout the day, I kept on calling him Sergeant Major out of respect, because he literally placed his life on the line for 36 years. I only served 10. That was the only one war. This guy was in a lot of wars. All this new Iraqi wars, he was there. He was in the Desert Storms. He was in the ones before that. And all those Afghan and all that. He's been there. You know, so he's done a lot of traveling. He said people might mistake me for my age, but he's a real tall guy, you know. So So if you see that sergeant major talking to himself, I mean, god dang, if he's talking to himself, let's let him talk to himself. He done deserves that for all the bullshit he's seen. Just like me. If I decide to talk to myself one day, when I talk to myself, sometimes I talk to myself to hype myself up. Like, for example, when I see the weights and I'm feeling pain on my back or injuries that I have, I'll say, you can do this. My inner self will say, you can do this. I'll sit down on the couch and something within myself is like, I don't feel it, I'm hurting. Then Sergeant Cias kicks in. Get the fuck up. You can do this. Do it now. So there you go. I get up, grab the weights, and knock it out. If talking to yourself to motivate yourself to do something, well, I would say to Mikey, you need to talk to yourself more often. Look in the mirror and say, I can do it. I can get my lazy ass up and go find a job. I can do it. When that other inner thought, the laziness comes into you and says, I can't do it. I'm used to being lazy. Kick your ass your ass with your other self and say, you can do it, Mikey. You can do it, Mikey. You know, like the commercial from the Wheaties back in the day. It's Mikey, it's Mikey, it's Mikey. Look at that video. It's Mikey, it's Mikey, it's Mikey of the Wheaties to inspire you. Sometimes people need to reflect, look themselves in the mirror. Sometimes they have to kick themselves in their own ass to get hyped up. If that's talking to yourself, it's called self-motivation, buddy. There's a such thing as self-motivation. When I'm placed in situations, dangerous situations, the fear tries to come up upon me. I have to find the inner self, the inner bravery of me. I have to find the inner me to be brave to overcome the situation I'm in, whether it's life or death. So if your inner self is not, or your inner personality is not working properly for you, telling you to get off your ass and find yourself a job, maybe y'all need to buy a bigger mirror or do a recording of you say, Mikey, record yourself. Mikey, get off your ass, go work. Mikey, get off your ass, go make some applications. Every morning, repeat that, hit it, play it. Every day, play it. Get up, go look for a job. Get up, go look for a job. And eventually, successfully, you'll find a job. But when you find the job, don't let the lazy Mikey come in. You're going to have the positive Mikey. Positive Mikey that's going to say, I'm going to give this job 100%. So if they see how hard I work, maybe they can advance me to get a higher position paying job. That's how that works. You have to work for it. They're not just going to give it to you. You have to work for it. You say, another example, you know, how you got the roach-infested mobile home. Mikey, get up. Today we're picking up all the trash. First step, grab a trash bag, pick up all the trash, get it out of your home. After you clean it real good, vacuum it. Next step, we'll get some roach medicine. Put it inside your home where the roaches are. There's medicine that comes like glue that you can put it in the cracks. That'll kill the roaches. They'll go back to the nest and the nest will die. That's how you kill the roaches in your home. Sergeant Cias is giving you this advice right now. But you gotta have to want to do it. I don't think it's a good feeling when they're jumping around on you, you're asleep and they're crawling in your face and your mouth, and your family members are getting attacked by these roaches. You're just worried about Sergeant Cias doing anything. The roaches are already doing it. The roaches are attacking you daily, crawling in between your eyes, crawling in your mouth and your face, peeing on you, because that's what they do. That's what they do. They lay little eggs. You want your house free from roaches? You gotta make the first step. It's by cleaning it first. If your old lady don't want to clean it, or sister, whatever she is, get her to do it. You know, get her motivated. Sometimes you have to lead by example. Motivate her to clean. You can have a dirty house, bro. You want people to take you seriously? Clean up your home. Clean up your vehicle. Find yourself a job. Then you see a big difference in life when you know you're earning this money regularly, that you have to depend on begging for money, and you having enough money to fill up your pockets and to do things that you haven't done because you're earning the money. That's a good feeling. But you got to talk to yourself sometimes. So you're talking about talking to yourself. Talk to yourself to motivate you to find a job. Even if it's the 100 fake profiles that you have, I'm more sure those you created them because you took the time to create them. So somewhere within those fake profiles is a little bit of you. Talk to all of them and tell them, let's get a job. 200 profiles, 1,000 profiles, fake profiles. Let's get a job. Send that message to every single one of them. Let's get a job. Let's work. Let's get a job. Let's work. And then all come together, come to you. Set it in your mind. I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna be like the movie The Water Break. You can do it. You can do it, Mikey. You can do it. But you gotta want to do it, man. You gotta want to do it. I'm just giving you some advice. However you want to take it. I'm trying to motivate you, brother. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but you're a grown man. You're a grown man begging for money. Begging for money. How can you be a grown man working for money? No, you're begging for money. Taking money from the elderly, from the old ladies. Trying to have cougars at sugar mamas. That's sick, bro. That's sick, Got to work for it. So yeah, I'm more than sure that everybody that's viewing this video, somewhere within themselves in time in life, they've had the inner conversation with themselves because they've been in a situation, because we all do it. They're talking to themselves. But with me, yeah, you said there's probably more than two personalities. Sarcia comes out all the time. Like, Sarcia's ready to take care of business. He's there all the time. And I try to control him the best I can. But yeah, Mikey, you got to self-motivate yourself. If you want to talk smack, well, I'm not talking smack. I'm just being real. You want to talk smack because you want to continue to do what you do. I'm just trying to motivate you to do something else besides what you're doing, because when I see your videos, bro, I feel sorry for you, man. Not sorry for you as pity, but sorry for you as a human being. That I'm like, who the hell is this guy's dad? Who the hell is this guy's mother? How come they raised him this way? Or maybe just the way you've always been, Dirty begging Mike, I don't know, man. The only one that can solve that is yourself. Like I said, gather up all your fake profiles and talk to them, man. Have a meeting of the minds. Have a meeting of the minds. If you have to have a bunch of cell phones around you and gather all your imaginary friends that you created and say, hey, it's time to get a job. It's priority list number one. Get a job, Mikey. That should be your number one priority right now. Yeah, that's why I think it's like, man, look at this dude talking, trying to come, tell me, Abe's got a lot of, we all got a lot of personalities. Shit, at least I know what a bar of soap is. Do you, Mikey? Do you know what a bar of soap is? I know how to keep my place clean. You should know cucarachos running around. I'm telling you, man, get on your sister and whoever's living in your house and get in all of them, man. If y'all hoarders and just have stuff laying around, pick that stuff up, man. It's not good. It's unsanitary to be living like that. If you don't take showers and your hands are dirty and you wipe your eye, you can lose your eyesight just by wiping your eye, man. I had soldiers in the military that would get on because they didn't want to take showers. One of them had dirty hands all the time. He almost lost his eye because he rubbed his eye. He wouldn't take showers or nothing, and not even wash his hands. He almost lost his eye in combat. And he wasn't dealing with the enemy. He's dealing because he rubbed his dirty hand and rubbed his eye. He almost lost his eye, being unsanitary. I mean, if you was my soldier and you were in the military with me and you didn't want to take a shower and the troops were complaining that you wasn't taking a shower, go to your room, inspect, and if there's dirty clothes that you haven't washed for weeks and it stinks, I'll grab all this stuff, put it in a plastic bag, throw it in the middle of the get it out of your room. And you don't want to take a shower, I'll call all the soldiers. Hey, let's get Dirty Mike in the shower. We're going to take him a shower today. With force. Put you in the shower and scrub the shit out of you, man. Even when you have to put Ajax, Tide, or whatever, just to keep you clean so you can learn your lesson. Hey, that's how I used to do the soldiers. I know it sounds kind of mean, but when you're smelling like ass for about 4 months or 5 months or 6 months, and you live with 3 people and they can't even breathe in there because it smells like how you smell, and from the dirty laundry, me as an NCO, I had to do what I had to do to take care of the situation, and which I did. That soldier became a good soldier. He started washing his laundry, he started taking showers, and he started pressing his BDUs, started spit shining his boots. You know why he was like that? Because his mama didn't taught him that. His dad didn't teach him that. They let him be however they wanted to be. So you could say I was a sergeant, but a father also there for many. That's why a lot of people still respect me till this day, because I had to do the job that the parents didn't do. And that's what I see with you, Mikey. I see that with you, Mikey. Honestly, man, what kind of smell you think is going to smell in your mobile home? I mean, you already got roaches. So you got roaches, that's pestilence. You got most likely rats also. I mean, you live in the country, you might have some possums living there too, through your vents. And you got trash that you don't throw out and you keep it inside your home. You're going to have the smell of rotting food inside your home. So the smell in your house is not going to be very pretty. I suggest y'all unite, as a family or as a group or as a team, or you could say, call in all trolls, call in our trolls. This is your leader, Mikey, call in all trolls. Let's unite. You call the trolls like the Autobots. You assemble and clean up your house, make it spick and span. You see any kind of roaches trying to resurface up, keep on putting the medicine. You see rats that are around your home, try to have yourself some cats or something. But if there's too many rats, then I would say call the Orkin Army or set up some traps outside to kill the rats, the mice. But I know that's the problems that you have at your house, because you live out in the country by the lake. There's a lot of critters and stuff like that. Not that I'm trying to be mean to you, Mikey, but I used to live in a mobile home, and I lived near the creek, so I know all the critters are out there. I used to have in Elms Grove, I knew there's a lot of field mice that can come and invade your home. The roaches, there's spiders, snakes, possums, and many other critters that can invade your mobile home. I used to have a mobile home. Just for anybody to think that I'm picking on Dirty Mike, I used to have a mobile home. The difference between me and Mikey is I kept my mobile home clean to the best of my ability, and I knew where the shower point was. I knew that I had to take a shower daily, so I would go take a shower daily. I had, but you don't have room to maneuver through being a horde because you don't want to clean up after yourself. Well, how are you going to get to the shower point? How are you going to get to the toilet? If you want to feel good, man, look, Here you go. Here's another advice for you. The Sergeant Cias. You want to feel good? Woo! Look at that. Get yourself a nice military haircut. But make sure you take showers, because if you don't, then piojos are still going to be in your hair. If you don't take showers, you're going to have lice problems, right? So you're going to have a nest of lice living in your hair, you know. I know I've seen you with a bunch of hair, so I'm more than sure you got lice in your hair. If you got, there's roaches in your house, you know, taking showers with the hair you must have lice in your hair. You know, I don't know how you do to make the lice. I'll give you credit. I don't know how you make lice without scratching your head, but I'm more than sure you have lice in your hair. I mean, as it is, you have the personal, not to be mean, I'm just being truthful right now. You have lack of personal hygiene. Your teeth, man, that look, your teeth, I feel sorry for you. You got to buy that toothpaste. You know what a toothbrush is? If you don't go to the store, ask somebody, one of the workers at H-E-B or Walmart or Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and tell them, can you show me where the toothbrushes are? They'll guide you to where the toothbrushes are. They even got some cheap toothpaste there. Everything, I think it's $1.25 now since they raised up the price. But they got toothbrushes and toothpaste there. You got to do the personal hygiene, man. Got to clean them teeth. They look freaking yellow. They look more yellow than cheddar cheese, bro. You got to. What happens from that? You're gonna get cavities. You ever remember that old cartoon where they had the yuck mouth, which is a little cavity, and it was they called me the yuck mouth, the cartoon, or a little they would show for when people wouldn't brush their teeth. That's what happens. You're gonna start losing your teeth. Then your where the canal gets infected. You're gonna have pus. You got to take care of yourself, man. If I can't take care of you if you don't want to take care of yourself. Yeah. I got another question, Mikey. No, I'm not even going to say that. I don't even want to say that. Oh, what the hell? He's already talking about all this. When you go to the restroom and you wipe yourself, how many times do you wipe? Do you just wipe once, Mikey? Do you even look to see what you wipe? Because you only wipe once, Mikey. It takes more than one wipe to really clean yourself. So I'm just leaving it at that. I'm trying to help his brother Abe. With this guy, I had to pull out Sergeant Cias to try to come and help. I brought spiritual aid to help, and then I brought out straight up Abe. Telling him the facts of life, how to handle situations, like this mess that he's got in his home. I'm trying to help him out. They don't want to listen. Now he's gonna make a video, probably saying that I was making fun of him because he don't brush his teeth, because he's got roaches. Am I lying? No, it's the truth. Look at your videos, bro. You see them freaking crawling the walls and stuff. They're crawling the walls with the freaking backpacks and shit. And then they fly in the air like they're in the airborne division and shit. Yeah, bro. Instead of asking for money, how about you ask people to donate you, like, for example, the roach stuff to get rid of your roaches. A roach motel. You can buy some Raid, some cheap Raid, even if it's from the cheap brand of Raid, something in that nature, or the one that's like glue. That one works better because they'll take it straight to the nest. You get rid of the problem. Tell them to send you a care package of that. Send me. I will send you. I'll bless you with some of that if you want me to. I mean, I know you probably think I'm your enemy, that I'm trying to come after you, but I'm not. I'm just trying to help you, man. I'll send you a care package of that, of the stuff I'm talking about. So you can put in your home in the cracks. It'll work. It'll kill all the cucarachos. We call it cucarachos in Spanish, en español. You know. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to offend you, man. I don't want to offend. I don't want the redneck or racist to come out of you, man. But I am Hispanic. We call it cucarachos. Cucarachos, cucarachas, cucarachos. That means roaches in English. Ratones. Those are rats, big rats. Tacuaches. Those are possums. I'm just trying to help, Mikey. Trying to help you out, man. You know, when you talk about personalities, we all have those personalities, man. Every single one of us. When I was a pitcher, I would talk to myself. When I was a pitcher in Little League, I would talk to myself. I would say, relax. Relax when you practice doing something. You have it down pat because it comes first in nature. And when I would throw the ball, strike, 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 I'll say it to myself, strike, strike, and boom, strike. You're out. I did a no-hitter one time, Mikey. A no-hitter by talking to myself. A no-hitter. I'm just being truthful, man. Everything I've ever said, when I said the battle of Medina Ridge, it's not my fault that he took things out of context. I was truthful to everything I said of what happened to me in combat, but he decided to take things out of context. I'm just being truthful and telling him of the problems that I see as Sergeant C, as Spiritual Abe, Truthful Abe, Cersei, as however you want to call me, you know, whatever name you want to give me. You know, I mean, I think you would call me Killer CS or something. You know, you said I was coming after your family. I'm just looking out for you, bro. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to guide you to the right way to make something out of yourself, man. I'm just saying that begging is not the way. If you're capable of doing boots on the ground, what you call boots on the ground, what I seen was tennis shoes on the ground. That's what you wore in last time. Some tennis shoes and some shorts. But that was a long time ago when I seen that. But I mean, if you got the time to go out there, supposedly investigate, well, you got time to clean. You got time to get rid of the roaches. You got time for the whole family that's involved, to clean the house completely. You all got the time to do this. You know, if y'all not working, you got the time to secure the roaches, you know, get rid of the roaches and ratones, rats, the piojos. For the piojos, it's easy, Mike. There's medicine to sell over the counter that you can put on there. It'll kill the lice off your head. You know, if you got garrapatas, what do you call garrapatas in English? In English, what do you call the dogs have them? What do you call them? Ticks? Those big ticks. If you got pit ticks under your armpits, all you can do, Mikey, you light them up. You light them up, the suckers will come out by themselves. If you got chiggers on your body that it makes you itch all the time, chiggers will burrow underneath your skin. I used to be in the military. I know what they are because I used to get them when I'll be out there training in the high grass. What you do, Mikey, if you got a tub, put some hot water in it, right? You put the hot water in the tub. You put some rubbing alcohol in it and Clorox. You get in there, submerge yourself in water. Man, shit, you probably might get rid of the lice also. But you submerge in the water and sit there. They'll die because the Clorox and the alcohol will kill them. It'll kill the chiggers. I used to do that when I used to train in the field in Fort Hood. We'd be out there for about 45 days with no showers. So I know how it is. But luckily, I would do we call them bird bath, where we put some water in a little tub, and we take our own personal showers out there with rags in the water. Or sometimes we would have baby wipes and clean ourselves with that to try to keep the personal hygiene to the best of our abilities, even though we didn't have the stuff we needed like the showers and stuff. But when we train, we train. You know, we give it 100% like it's realistic. Yeah, but there's a lot of things that come in that nature when you lack personal hygiene, and that's what I'm speaking of, Mikey. And that's what I see the problem that you have. I'm just trying to help out. Give me some advice that I've seen in the military. How I would help out soldiers, the things that I would do. I'm just giving you some examples how to clean. Another thing, if you put what do you call them? Those balls, mothballs, or yeah, the ball. What do they call those little balls? White balls that you place, mothballs, around your home. That'll keep the snakes away. Also, mothballs will keep the snakes away. I just want you to, I want to see do you do a whole 360, man? I don't wish nothing bad towards you or your family. I just want you to do a whole 360 to make something positive, and change your life, man. Do something positive. And so, you know what, Mr. Abe Sayas, I take your advice, and I'm a changed man. I'm a true changed man. I got myself a 9-to-5 job. My wife, sister, got a 9-to-5 job. There's nobody living for free in our household anymore. We all have a 9-to-5 job. And we're all doing something about it now. Thank you, Mr. Cias. And thank you for your service, too. And I'll tell you, you're welcome, new change, Mikey. Man, sometimes you have to talk to people like this, man. I'm serious. You have to be straight up. And sometimes that's the worst way. I don't like to be this way, but sometimes I have to be straight up, man. And that's what I see, I'm just letting you, Mikey, just letting you know that Sergeant Cias cares about you, Brother Abe Cias cares about you, and all the other Ciases, Abe Cias that you say I have, personalities, care about you. And this Abe Ciases wants you to do the same thing. Wants you to get all your Mikey personalities, fake profiles, and talk to each other and say, we can do this. We can get a job. We can get a job. Get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. Repeat it daily. Get a job, get a job, get a job. Go apply for a job, apply for a job, apply for a job. Next time you know, somebody's going to give say your name and come on over, come do an interview. Got to do interviews, of course, right? When you get a job. When you go to your interview, let's talk about this. When you go to your interview, Mikey, make sure you're well groomed, right? Because you're going there dirty, they ain't going to hire you. Go in there to your interview, well groomed. Make sure you take yourself a shower, brush your teeth. Make sure you put that medicine so the piojos won't be on your hair, the lice. Go do the interview. Positive thinking, Mikey. They ask you, why should we hire you? What are you going to say, Mikey? No, Mikey. I get money for free. No, not that. You're going to say, I'm a hard worker. And they say, can you work? When can you work? What times can you work? What are you going to say, Mikey? You're going to say, anytime you want me to work. I will not let you down. I'm a hard worker. You got to say positive things in order for you to get that job. But you go in there with the attitude, I'm going to go in there dirty. I'm going to say the opposite of getting a job. You're never going to get hired that way. You're going to stay thinking positive. Yeah, shoot. And if you're resting to work, man, I have friends that are plumbers, dude. If you have, they can fix your mobile home, bro. If you got pipes that are not working, that you say, well, I don't got water because the freaking possum ate the pipe or whatever. I got friends that are plumbers. You need work done on your roof. I know how to do that. I got friends. I used to work for Oakwood Homes. So I used to build mobile homes. I know about all that. My brother-in-law knows all about that. I'm just trying to help you, man. But when you came at me, I'm just like, why is this guy that invited me to pretend to be my friend all of a sudden is targeting me when I'm just trying to help out the community, trying to help out people spiritually, or trying to say my point of view of how the Didian are around us and they exist. But then you wanted to target me about where I've been in combat, what I had to do in combat against the enemy. And I was like, well, God, how does this guy expect me to help him if he's coming at me in a negative way? How am I supposed to help him? He's coming with lies. He says he's believing in Jesus, but he's dirty because he don't take in the shower. So how could that be somebody representing Jesus Christ when Jesus Christ was a clean man, right? How can somebody say he represents Jesus Christ, but he's doing the opposite? He's living in a filthy mobile home, infested with roaches and rats and God knows whatever. Doesn't want to clean up the mess. How can he say that's a man of God? God wouldn't want you to keep your house filthy. First of all, Jesus Christ wouldn't want you to keep your house filthy. He will want you to work. If you can work, he will want you to work because you're capable of working. You're not doing that. But I'll keep you in prayer, Brother Mikey. Matter of fact, I'm going to say a little prayer right now for Mikey. Heavenly Father, at this time I'd like to pray for Brother Mikey and his family. If there's any unclean spirits within his home, send your heavenly angels and try to help out Brother Mikey at this time, Heavenly Father. We tie, bind, and rebuke any unclean spirits that are within Mikey's household, within Mikey or any family members. We place in heavenly spiritual crosses on his windows, on his doorways, and give him the chance, Heavenly Father, as you are getting this unclean spirits away from him, for him to think, for him to find the time to repent for all his sins. He don't have to ask for forgiveness against me because I forgive him, but for him to repent for his sins so you can guide him the right direction, Heavenly Father. This I pray in your name. Amen. How you doing, Sister Carrie? Sister Holly, how y'all doing tonight? I just did a little prayer for Mikey, I've had people come at me as enemies worse than Mikey, When I say he's my enemy, he's not truly my enemy. I mean, he said some bad things about me, but not bad enough to me to consider him a real enemy. I've been in situations where I've had people come up against me with machetes in their hands, with guns in their hands, and that nature. But even like that, every person has a spirit. So how do you defend yourself from something like that? You maintain your love foundation. You could say, God bless you. You could say, I rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. You could say, I love you. And that'll break the unclean spirit that's within the individual, in which the person becomes a regular person. So I know it's not Mikey's fault, that he's being used in this way to come up against me and others in a negative way. And it's sad that there's people that are in power that do not worship Jesus Christ. They pretend to worship Jesus Christ, but using that as a scapegoat to use Mikey, because Mikey is weak-minded. So they're using him to try to come up against a person like me spiritually, in which he's not going to win spiritually against me, because I do truly believe in the Heavenly Father and I live a certain way. You have to be, if you want to do the walk, you want to do the talk, you got to do the walk. When you do the talk and you just read certain verses, but you're not living for what the book says, right? By having the dirty house, not taking the shower, using the scriptures out of vain, but you're not living how you're supposed to, then you're not doing God's works. You're not doing God's work. I'm not here to judge you. Just like when I see a homeless, some of these homeless that are out in the streets, that look just like you, Mikey. Dirty clothes, dirty. But you know what? I'm not there to judge them, but I am there to help them. I'll help out the homeless. I'll give them some money so they can buy some food. If they're thirsty, sometimes, hey, do you need anything? I need some water. I'm very thirsty. I'll buy them some water. Whatever they ask me, I'll bless them with. See, that's a difference when somebody come and ask you if you need something compared to you begging for something and you taking advantage of people. There's a lot of people that live in the streets that are homeless, and they're having a very hard time because they don't have a place to sleep. They don't have a roof over their head, and they're living out in the streets, man. There's a lot of people like that living in that nature. It could be me. It could be somebody here viewing that we might be in a situation like that one day. It's not a good feeling. That's why I don't make fun of the homeless. If you think I was making fun of you, I wasn't making fun of you. I'm really trying to help you out, brother Mikey. I'm really trying to help you out and give you some words of wisdom and knowledge that somebody that would be a true friend will tell you straight up, compared to somebody that's a true friend that you consider a true friend that is not going to tell you the truth. That's the difference. I'm going to tell you straight up, just like I told you right now, straight up. Everything I said is straight up from here, from the heart. Because I care about you, Mikey. Whether you want to consider me your enemy or not, because somebody's putting that in your head, I'm not here to fight you. I'm just trying to help you. I reached out to you that I will pray for you. You know, I don't have to go to your house to pray for you. I could pray for you through Messenger, you know. I was just there to help you. But all I'm saying, Mikey, don't let anybody take advantage of you because of the situation you're in. That somebody's going to put a $10 bill, flash you a $10 bill or $20 bill. Don't let somebody take advantage of you and use you to do some dirty works. Huh? Because they see you in a situation that you're in the need of help. You know, you said that you're going through a custody battle, right? That's what you said. I just told you a long time ago that sometimes when people come against me spiritually, something always happens that it goes back to the sender, especially something negative, that it'll go back to the sender 7 times fold. And if there's a lot of people involved in it, it'll go back to every single individual, because that's how it works. You say you're a man of God, so you should know the scripture, what it says within the Bible. I see you talk about a double-edged sword and all this stuff, which is in there before the Revelations, right? The double-edged sword and all this. There's many scripture that says a lot of things. But if you're going to say something like that, make sure you're in the right path, right? Make sure you're in the right path. Just kind of like when Moses went in to free Moses went to Egypt to free all the people that were slaves. He had to go against principalities, right? What does principalities mean, Mikey? He has to go against people that believed in other things. The pharaohs, they believed in witchcraft, necromancy that was taught to them. He went up against them, and he was able to free the slaves, Moses, because he was chosen and blessed by the Heavenly Father to do that. Look at all the things that happened over there. The river turned to red. There was frogs. There was all kinds of, how should I say it, climatic things happening that was unexplainable. But that's the power of Jesus Christ. So if he could do it to the pharaohs in that manner, he'll do it to anybody that's coming up against them in a negative way. Anybody like cults, anybody that's affiliated through gangs, through negativity and any kind of alliances, you'll come up against them. And that's what you're going to have to deal with, is Jesus Christ. So I suggest to you, it's never too late. Brother Mikey is in a situation that he did some things and he's going to have to pay for what he did. You know, there's nothing dealing with Sarncias or anything with me. That's something that it's been in play that he did, right? That is going to come to, it's going to come to a conclusion soon. Uh, but he's going to do what he's got to do to survive. You know, it's not going to be easy what he's going to go through, but he placed himself in that situation. That's all I can say about that. You know, about Mikey. You know, I don't want to call him Dirty Mike, but I mean, golly, he called me many names. You know, I mean, Brother Carlito say he talks about that I have different personalities, but we all do. We all have to have some kind of personality. There's a personality that that say you can make. You know, you're looking at the who plays basketball. You're playing a game and you need 3 more points to win. And it's real close, and you get on the 3-point line and you shoot. And within yourself, it's like, go in, go in, go in. Again, you're talking to yourself, go in on it. And boom, it goes in, nothing but net. Boom. That's a win for the team, you know? That's how it is. Well, I don't know why he messed with us in the first place, man. I know we never done nothing to the guy, man. I didn't even know he existed till he gave his position away from his Damon Peterson profile. He changed to Michael, whatever his name is, and he's like, what are you arguing with me? Well, I was arguing with Damon, and all of a sudden it's you. It's because it's your account, your fake profile account moved away from Damon, and your original, you had it open and it popped right there, and that's how I knew that it was him. He gave himself away, and that's how it started. So he don't want to go to how it happened. It's kind of like you, Carlito. You know, you invite me to your group, you let me play whatever, you know. Of course, there's going to be trolls and stuff like that, right? We all know that. But this guy, he invited to his group of AI. He told me, one picture, just place a red circle, and boom, ball for 7-8 months. People just talking all kinds of stuff, and I just block him. I guess he got tired that I really didn't respond, but blocked him. But blocked him. And when I did that, it's like he revealed himself. It really revealed his true self, that it was him all along, you know. But I still didn't know the guy, you know. I never seen a picture of him or nothing. You know, for the people that I know that are my friends list with real profiles, I know how they look. But this guy didn't even have a face, you know. I didn't even know how he looked. I didn't even know he had lives on this group. I just thought it was a group that was created to place pictures, you know. They're like, hey, well, this guy's talking stuff about you over here, you know. And I looked and said, oh, damn, it is a person, I guess. But by then it was too late. He had already started something. He started a war, you know. It's beyond a spiritual war. It was more of mocking people, talking, demoralizing people, you know, or just talking like racist slurs, like to Sister Bettina Moss for no reason. Who put them up to that? I do not know, man. But wherever it was, they're dumb. I always tell this to everybody: the lie lasts till the truth comes out. And if y'all notice, this past 2 weeks, we got Brother Michael Moore in here. The truth has been coming out. So it doesn't matter how many times Mikey lies, the truth is always there, because we're onto him and we can see his true nature. And that's something that he did to himself. If he wouldn't have been playing the games of having so many profiles, he'd be messing with a lot of people in other groups too. His identity wouldn't have never been revealed. But a spiritual person came in the picture and revealed him, Michael, as Peter Damon, in which it unraveled a plethora of fake profiles that belong to Michael. So I'm sorry, Michael, that I had to reveal all your fake profiles. Was it by accident? Or was it because God made it happen this way? You know, He made you think that you was up here, that nobody knew about you. But he had to take a man of God to come in that you can victimize to reveal you, in which it was, you want to blame somebody, it was me, Brother Abe Seals, that revealed the true you of who you really were. So I could understand why you would be pissed off at me, because now everybody's on high alert and everybody's looking at the profiles and sending friend requests. It's like, oh hell no, that's Mikey. How do you know? How do we know it's you, Mikey? How do we know that it's you, Mikey? Because you can't spell. And when the profile you use has the same in common with other profiles they used, you use a Damon Peterson. I found a Damon Weber. Oh wow, I'm the master of webs. But you still use the same name, Damon Weber, fake profile, same guy. It's like everybody's onto you, man. I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because it had to happen that way. When you're doing wicked things, it takes a person of God to reveal the truth of somebody that's being wicked. And Sir Mikey, you were being wicked. You were being a bad boy. I mean, you probably believe in Santa Claus, so Santa Claus ain't going to give you a present for being a bad boy. But it happened that way. You got revealed. You got to reveal big time the true you, and everybody is paying attention to you. Not because we targeted you, because you initiated a target on us to come up against us, and it just works that way. If you were a true man of God, you would understand that sooner or later God is going to reveal your true you. And I mean, you want to be mad with God, with Jesus Christ. Well, I don't think that's a good idea, because he uses people to do good things and to reveal the enemy unto others. So all this that I'm talking about right now, whether you want to see it as a joke or whatever, it's the truth. And he used me as a vessel. You could say I was the bait, or I was the easy target, but it was all a setup from a higher power for you to be revealed to, and not just you. Everyone affiliated with you has been revealed, and everybody knows this now. So you're all upset because the Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, revealed you. What is it letting you know? What is it telling you? That's telling you that God is telling you, I seeing what you're doing. So I suggest to y'all, change your ways. If you do change your ways, it's because that's what the path you choose. I would suggest change your ways, because he can giveth and he can taketh. Here's Brother Michael Moore, and he runs a group called Abnormal Investigations. Abnormal Investigations. That's what he runs. But he's in a lot of trouble right now with, not just like with the people he's come up against us, but he's having some other issues also that he's going to deal with pretty soon, that he's dealing with right now. But that's what happens when you do bad things. You have to pay for what you've done. It's just a matter of time. But that was just the video I was doing today, and I want to thank everybody here that's viewing, that took the time to come and listen to what I say. I'm just brought a different angle. I wanted to say what I had to say without a lot of people being there. Everybody trying to talk. I wanted to say what I wanted to say to Mikey. Mikey, I don't have no interest of doing anything with you in any kind of way, shape, or form. I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm just letting you know. I know I'll keep you in prayer, man, because what's coming your way, through a different system, you better start praying too in true faith, man. That's all I can tell you. But that's what happens when you go against God and do acts that are against God. But anyways, brothers and sisters, let me see what time it is. I've been talking a lot. Oh man, it's already 10:54. Okay, I guess I'm gonna let y'all go. I want to thank everybody that viewed this video. If you all want to watch the replay, watch the replay. But yeah, there's been a lot of turmoil happening for about 3 weeks now. But I left it up to God's hand, Jesus Christ, to handle the situation. I made this video to speak for myself, through my mouth, not through anybody else's mouth or anybody else's thoughts, but through mine. But like I said, Mikey, if you really want change in your life, it's got to come within you. If you really want positive changes in your life, it's got to come within you. You got to take the first step. Because I can preach to you, I can talk to you about things you can do, but if you don't want to do them, then all the words that I'm saying to you are meaningless. But it really's got to come within you, truly within you, to want to change, But anyways, God bless every single one of y'all and your families. Love, light, and blessings to every single one of y'all. Peace out, everybody.